We're taking a look here at Nathan's breaststroke. You know, my initial thought when I saw this was I was a little upset about it, just because this is the same thing that we worked on last year, and we didn't really take, or Nathan didn't really take a lot of time to try to change the one thing that could really help his breaststroke out the most. You know, as we go through the stroke, you can just see how much we're diving down, and this is the same thing that we worked on last year. You know, when the hands dive down like this, the body follows it. You can't get into a good streamlined position. Even, you know, everything else is so good on his breaststroke. He's driving the head down. The head's in perfect position, but we can't get into that streamlined position because the hands are driving below the head, right? We want the hands and the head to be on the same plane driving forward. Okay, we want this position. The head, when you drive it down and the hands are out here, then the body kind of has that natural hip action. You know, it'll come through like this. And really with Nathan, the action now is so deep that now his body has to come back up to the surface to get set again. And we just want to eliminate that process. We want to make sure that those hands are straight. You know, the quicker we can get into the streamlined position, the less resistance we have to the water, and we can reach that maximum velocity in breaststroke. And you know, I wish we were talking about something else with his breaststroke at this point, but everything else is really, really solid. We can do some work on the kick, but this is the most important thing, is to just stop diving down. And you know, I try to tell him, you know, you never think about doing butterfly like this. Butterfly and breaststroke, the short axis strokes, they're very, very similar in the way we approach it. And, you know, you'd never think about coming all the way down here on a butterfly stroke. That would be ridiculous. And so I want Nathan to really start thinking about that for his breaststroke. It's almost to the point where it's ridiculous to think your hands should be shooting down like this. They got to be shooting forward, not only for the streamlined position, but driving the hands forward allows the body to kind of fall in place, you know, behind the hands. So when the hands shoot forward, the body has a tendency to really shoot and drive in this natural kind of fly position. As soon as we shoot the hands down, and he does a really good job of shooting. You can see the hands shoot. They're just at the wrong place. He's really shooting forward, or shooting down, but they're shooting. So if he's shooting that quickly, the body is going to follow it every time. So we this is priority number one for breaststroke. You can see if I can slow it down a little bit here, and you know, you'll just see that body kind of come down and then back up, and the legs drag a little bit because of it. We're just not at the surface of the water, and we're constantly in that U shape. Kind of a U shape there with that breaststroke as he's going to pull. So got to work on that. The other thing is, we talked about the kick, and I have the kick separately, but we just want to get a little bit more out of the kick. You can see here as we go through, we have kind of a wide, let me back it up a little bit. You know, we're getting to here, and this is a great position for the breaststroke kick. I think that we're just kicking a little bit outwards. We're kicking a little wide there, and it's really hard to get any power coming through. And you can also see that he's kicking down. Now, some breaststrokers like to kick down slightly. His breaststroke kick is down quite a bit. What we'd like to see is more of a drive backwards here. Okay, and it's more of a narrow kick and driving like right behind his body instead of kicking down. That downward kick, you know, if it's down to about here, if it's a slight downward motion, that's typically fine. But when we're kicking all the way down like that, you're going to lose the power, that whipping action, that force from your feet that you're catching the water with. You're going to lose it. So we have to make sure that we're kicking behind ourselves here.